Hi, air signs, and welcome to your reading for the rest of 2022. There is a pile here for general guidance and advice for air signs, all three of you, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Then we will have just a Gemini love and finance reading, a Libra love and finance reading, and an Aquarius love and finance reading. Please remember also that you can look at these readings for your sun, moon, and rising. I will be doing videos for all the zodiac signs. So if one resonates with you, great. You may have two signs that resonate with you, or possibly all three. Anyhow, let's get right into your readings, air signs. Thank you. Hi, air signs. This is a general guidance message for all of you, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So let's get right into it. We have White Stag Protector. We have Prosperity Peacock. We have Ace of Wands. And we have Three of Swords. Okay, so let me just take a quick look here and see what your message is, your guidance is for the remainder of this year, for the next month and a half, roughly. Okay, so White Stag, you are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Okay, so for all of you, general, collective, I believe the message for the remainder of this year is really deciding where it is you want to go. And what I'm finding with some of these readings for the end of 2022, it's really kind of preparing yourself for 2023. I will be doing a reading for that as well. However, for right now, I think that these are going to be some things that you're going to be able to tap into at the end of this year. But I really think that this last month and a half is really making a decision or finding your path, figuring out what it is that you want to do, where it is that you want to go, and then setting that plan, getting in a place, and then attacking it at the beginning of 2023. There's something here that you intuitively know that you need to do by year's end and going into 2023. And that may be tapping into your spirituality or into your intuition, into your religion, whatever or however it works for you. You know that there's something that you need to do in the world. You know that you are meant to be a peacock, bright and shining and standing out. You know that you are meant for prosperity in your life. Maybe you're just not quite sure how to get there yet, okay? And that's where this Ace of Wands comes in. We'll talk about that in a second. But I really think that this is, when I see Protector, I'm also thinking, you know, this is something that you're going to be doing on your own. You are going to be protecting your own heart, your own emotions during this. I'm kind of getting a feeling that you're not going to be accepting help from the outside, not for any particular reason, just this is something that you need to do for yourself. And I feel with this Three of Swords, normally they're in a heart, but here it's just like the arteries, we'll say, right? It's you need to do this for yourself. Protect your own heart during this. Protect your own emotions during this, okay? I just feel that this is something that you need to do on a soul level and solely, okay? So, because there's something that it says here, you are meant to create blessings with your magic. There's something that you need to do, I believe, on a spiritual or even religious level here, okay? Collective air signs. And you're meant to stand out, and whatever this is going to bring prosperity into your life. And like I said, whether it's just abundance in general, whether it's just happiness, whether it's monetary, or other material things, goods, whatever it is, it's going to bring prosperity. But it is going to require you to do it quietly, I believe, just to protect yourself as well, to protect your heart, your emotions. Maybe not discussing it with a lot of people, all right? Just keeping it to yourself and letting your intuition come in and guide you. Now, this is where the Ace of Wands comes in, and this is what I love about the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is your intuition, okay? It's understanding, it's fire, it's creativity, it's action. It's all of the things that you're going to need to make this happen. Now, you're going to need to go in and pull out what it is. Aces are new beginnings, so new creative beginnings, new understanding about things, right? It could be launching something new. This literally can be anything, and it will be different for each and every one of you. Maybe it's doing something that's totally out of the box that you've never really thought of before, but you're going to let your intuition guide you. And with the wands, it is your intuition. This colorful peacock, it's adopting that attitude of, you know what, I'm no longer going to be afraid to stand out like a beautiful peacock, okay? But there's something here about protecting your heart, protecting your emotion, your center while doing this. So just keep that in mind. And for me, that means you're just not going to be telling everyone about it as you're doing this, all right? And a 3 and a 9 is a 12, which comes back down to a 3. So, and with the blue here too at the top and kind of blue here in the wand, I really feel that this could have something to do with communication. So it could be something that has to do with creativity when it comes to writing, speaking, teaching, guiding others. Okay. And I also think of wands as fiery passion. So you're going to have that fire energy behind you, that passion, that desire, and that frame of mind. Like, I am able to create, I am able to be inspiring to others, okay, with that communication, inspiring to others. I have what it takes to do this. So that's the main message that I have for you. I am going to pull a couple of oracle cards here just to see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to say here, especially your animal spirit guides. But we work with all guides, and so do your animal spirit guides. So let's see if there's anything else. What else does the collective air energy need to know here? Lovers. Oh, wow. Okay, I like. All right. So, lovers can also be, being that this isn't a love reading, we're going to do that in a bit, but it also, I believe, has to do with peace and harmony and, right? Success, moving forward, okay? Even making choices. And we have, I believe these are doves here. So again, it's pulling in on that peace. These two definitely harmonious, all right? Things are going well. So I believe that that is kind of how you want to approach this as you move forward with those feelings, backing all that fire and passion, right? Just peaceful, and I almost want to say gentle and loving and kind. Okay, is there anything else? Because this is definitely something that you need to move forward on. Like I said, dealing here with your spirituality, religion, whatever it is. I just feel like it's very ninth house in that way, and that you're meant to bring blessings to other people with it. Okay, let's see what else here is there. The bouquet. All right, anytime. And how funny that that should come in, and I'm putting it right here. Look, kind of just pulls right off that card. I like it. That would be the Queen of Spades or the Queen of Swords. Oh, and she's come up in some other readings. And what I like is you're going to do this while protecting yourself. You are going to be, my new favorite word, clever. You are going to be very smart, very calculated, but in a good way. You're going to be very focused in loving, kind, and gentle ways, moving forward with whatever it is here that you need to do to help others and to inspire others through communication. All right, that is your general air sign messages, everyone. I will now see you in your individual piles for love and finance. Hi, Gemini, and welcome to your reading for the rest of 2022. This is love and finance. I'm going to split into two groups here, the cards. All right, so we're going to start here with the love pile, and I'll read that first, and then we'll go into the finance pile here. Okay. So, all right. So love. Oh, well, I'll tell you right now, one of my favorite cards in here. So love now until the end of the year for the next month and a half. Well, you're going to probably laugh at me. I swear I've talked about every love reading so far has had something to do with herds of animals. I've had cows, I've had sheep. I even mentioned elephants in that reading, right? Because they're very loving towards one another. They're very emotional animals, especially the elephants. If you've ever watched any videos on YouTube about elephants or any Netflix or TV programs about them, very loving and kind, very family oriented, very connected to one another. So I love this for a love romance reading, okay? I also love this card here. I love all of them. All right, let's just get started. So for you, Gemini, badger spirit, be fearless and bold. So what is it in your relationship right now that you need to I feel that you, of course, you're needing to let go of being fearful. Maybe you need to step out. Maybe you're not asserting yourself enough in the relationship right now, Gemini. I kind of feel that you're holding back a little bit. We even have here, open yourself to true abundance. So, and I always love it when they have lit up here the third eye, and in this case it's green and abundance, and we have the Ace of Pentacles, all right, which is a new fresh beginning when it comes to abundance. So that's what I think it is. I'm going to say you're holding yourself back in the relationship. You're not opening up. You want to, there's more in there for you to give to the other person. You just are holding back for some reason. Maybe you've been burned in the past. Maybe it stems from never, from speaking out at times and being ridiculed or rejected or whatever it may be. And now it's made you a little gun shy when it comes to, opening up. But there is abundance to be had in this relationship. And because the King of Cups is here, it's emotional abundance, it's love, it's cups overflowing. It is being emotionally balanced within the relationship. It's transformation, okay? That's what it is. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, I believe it's asking you to just understand and know that there is a new beginning, and it can be built on a solid foundation, okay? It's pentacles, it's grounded, it's stable. That's what they want you to do. They want you to step up and step out here and share, because there's blue in here with the green too, to share what it is. I feel like you need to say something in this relationship, to share what it is with your person. There's something you need to share, and you need to let go of the fear and just do it. And I feel like it's a whole lot of love. It's a whole big cup of love that needs to come in. Okay. Kind of like the King of Cups, who I said is very emotionally balanced, full of love. Look, he's just happy to be there. And he's calm and he's wise, right? And I think that's all waiting for you once you open yourself up, and to do it in a grounded way, right? It doesn't need to be all fiery. It doesn't need to be all airy, all words, just blah, 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 blah. I know, Gemini, sometimes that's hard because you are known as the talkers. Doesn't matter. Just take it in a very slow and steady, practical way. Let the words come out, open up, and let them see the true you. All right, let's pull a couple. That's what I'm going to give you for your romance. I think that's what you're going to be working on between now and the end of the year, is just opening up and letting that abundance of love and groundedness and steadiness come into your relationship. Okay, let's see what else we have here. I just find these ones difficult, and I hate to make you sit through me shuffling. So, transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Hello, perfect. I'm gonna put that right there. Very excited about that. We talked about transformation. We talked about opening up, right? Opening up and letting this love, this overflowing cup of love, transform your relationship. And this is confirming that it is going to deepen. This will take things to the next level for you. So that's definitely something to be working on for sure, Gemini, between now and the end of the year. And let's just get one more oracle card for the love here. Okay, what else do we have for Gemini for love? Acceptance. And look at the green, right? All that groundedness. And remember, I kind of said something about maybe in the past you're a little gun shy because you maybe said something and you weren't accepted, you were ridiculed or rejected. Okay, acceptance. You are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. Okay, you're no longer holding on to that past energy of whatever it is that's made you a little bit fearful to stand out and to speak your truth and to be your authentic self. I think you're with green and grounding and nature. It's authentic, right? There's nothing more authentic than nature itself. So I really feel like you are about to go through a transformation in your relationship because you're finally going to open up and express what it is that you need to express to your partner. That's going to change, as it's saying here, it's going to change everything in the dynamic for the better. So there you go. There's your love, Gemini. Let's get into your finances. All right. We have Platypus. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Okay. The Hierophant, Queen of Wands, and Rabbit. All right. So with finances, we're going out. Kind of getting a feeling because I see rabbit and think Energizer Bunny. Okay, you know, the commercial. So I kind of get the feeling, this platypus energy here, that you have just, I don't know if it's you're necessarily complaining, but I feel that you've just been going. Queen of Wands here at fiery energy, but you really, the rabbit here as well. You've just been going. This should be grounded energy, okay? Because this is earth. But see the colors in here? Those are fire, which tells me that maybe you're not very grounded, that you've just been going like the Energizer Bunny and complaining about it, and maybe rightfully so, okay? But what that's done is it's not allowed you, in terms of finances here, to appreciate what it is that you that you have. And I talked about this in another pile as well, that maybe you have set the expectation a little too high. Maybe you've been a little too fiery, and therefore your plan for 2022 hasn't quite come to fruition the way you would have liked it to. But I'm going to say that I feel that's because, and what we want to do here is figure out a good plan for 2023, and you have a month and a half to do this, okay? So you can always take what worked for 2022 and build upon it. Now, I'm going to say here that I feel that maybe the energy was a bit scattered, and because I say Energizer Bunny, but have you ever really noticed when a rabbit hops around, it never really goes in a straight line. It like hops like in zigzags around. I kind of feel like that might have been your financial plan energy for this year, okay? When it comes to maybe it was investing or saving your money or wherever it was that you were. Yeah, I kind of feel like maybe putting your money in for investment, right? That maybe you were hopping around a little bit too much, maybe with a little too much enthusiasm and not really grounding down, and maybe like the Hierophant, like learning as much as you could. Okay, we're going with investing here because that's what's coming in. You maybe didn't learn as much as you needed to learn about investing money. And while you were kind of on the right track here with lots of energy and passion, because the Queen of Wands, I mean, she is kind of, you know, she can kind of be, oh my God, I'm thinking like a social butterfly, right? So butterflies just kind of flying around, flitting from group to group, kind of the same idea as the rabbit hopping in zigzags. I feel like the energy was just a little misplaced and out of control. Your heart was in the right place. Your idea was in the right place. Your passion for it was in the right place, but your focus was just a little skewed, okay? And because of that, you were unable to see what it was that you were actually accomplishing. All you could just see was piles of everything everywhere, and it felt like nothing was really coming together, when really, I think some stuff did come together for you, and maybe you need to take a moment and just reflect back on that. And that's where I'm going to say the Hierophant comes in. Take a moment, reflect back, learn what it is that you did right, that I mentioned earlier, and then build on that for 2023, because a Hierophant not only learns, they also teach. So you're going to learn where you might have hopped in the wrong direction or flitted in the wrong direction. Here is the Queen of Wands. And you are going to ground that down, okay? To ground that down. And you are going to then you're going to learn and teach yourself, maybe even teach others, but definitely it'll be like teaching yourself where it is that you need to invest into when it comes to your finances. And that doesn't necessarily, I just want to say, because this popped in, it doesn't necessarily mean investing like, I don't know, like in stock market or whatever it is. It could just be where in your household you're investing your money. Like, are you eating out all the time instead of cooking from home? Are you buying too many material things and not saving enough money? It can be different for everyone, so just know that. Now I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards just to see if there's any other additional messages for you, Gemini. Because I think this is, like I said, there's nothing to be ashamed of here. I feel that maybe you're complaining or unhappy with your results because everything feels like it's scattered and all over the place. And that's just what this energy is, right? Like I said, the rabbit that hops in a zigzag pattern. The Queen of Wands is just a social butterfly. Imagine her just kind of flitting around in a totally happy way from one group to another. I think we need to take on this Hierophant energy here and the platypus energy and just buckle down and really focus and concentrate and learn about what it is that you need. Okay, and out came this card, change. A change of residence, partner, career, or job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of a change, and that is exactly what is coming your way. Oh, so for some of you, maybe this financial, oh, very interesting. This financial, I love how, you're going one way and then a card comes in because it's the card that's meant to, and it takes you in a completely different direction. Well, not different, but somewhat. Maybe it's a job you need to change. Maybe you're not happy with the amount of money you're bringing in. Maybe in your job you feel like you're all over the place. Like you're not learning enough, or that there's more to learn, but you're not being chosen. You're not the chosen person in the office to learn and grow with the company. They're maybe choosing other people. I don't know. So maybe it is a change of career. And just know that if you start planning now and putting those seeds out and starting to manifest it, new moon manifestations, new moon wishes, I do videos on that as well. You can check them out. I do one each month for the new moon and one for the full moon. And maybe this is something you need to let go of, and you are going to manifest that new job. So start looking now for the new year hiring window, because there's always a new year hiring window, because some companies literally run their fiscal year like as the calendar year. Others don't, but maybe you may have an opportunity come up in the first couple months of the year to find new employment. But start planting those seeds now. Get your resume ready now, okay? And start putting it out there. There's a month and a half left. Like I said, not a whole lot happens for hiring at the end of the year, but it certainly does. It's the beginning of the year, the spring, and the fall, okay? So let's get one more card and see if there's any other advice. So there's a couple of messages in here for you guys then, Gemini. Courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Okay, you're learning here. Okay, you're learning. You're going to learn. You're going to get everything ready for this change. Now, you just need to be courageous and go for it, and not be afraid to take the leap or to step out, to learn, not be afraid to learn, not be afraid to actually apply for other jobs. Step out and be courageous. All right. So Gemini, that is your reading for the rest of 2022. I hope that it was helpful. Please, if you enjoyed it, give me a like, share this with your friends or other people that you think may need to hear this message right now, and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and then you'll know when I have new videos come out. I would really, really appreciate your support. Thanks so much. Hi Libra, and welcome to your reading for the rest of 2022 for love and finance. We're going to get started here. I'm going to have two piles for you. The first one coming out here is for love. All right. And then I'm going to be pulling a couple of oracles at the end as well for each group. Okay. So what do we have here? I'm just going to leave the finance cards for the moment, and we're going to come over to the love. So we have Turtle Spirit, love that. Slow and steady wins the race. We then have Camel Spirit here, be forbearing and patient. We have the Six of Swords, okay? And we have the Eight of Pentacles. All right, so romance, love and romance until the end of the year. I'm kind of getting the feeling here with these cards, and just what's coming in is that maybe you've been thinking about pulling out of the harbor. The Six of Swords. That maybe it's time for you to move on. But what I want to say to you is, let's think about this for a minute, because we have Turtle Spirit here, slow and steady wins the race, and the Camel, be forbearing and patient. So I'm not sure exactly what's happening, if this is and then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is hard work. So I'm not sure if this could go either way. And if you are not in a romantic or love relationship or dating right now, this could also pertain to a very close relationship in your life in general, okay? But what I want to say, I kind of am getting two things here. One is, if this is a relationship that you are currently in, and maybe have been in for a long time, and you're thinking, I just, you know what, this is driving me crazy. I can't deal with A, B, or C anymore. You know, I think maybe it's telling you, whenever I see blue, I think throat chakra. So, and this is kind of green, so heart space. It's kind of an aqua. So I'm going to go, it's a cross between, it's a mix of blue and green, which for me is going to be your heart space and your heart chakra and your throat chakra. And I really feel with these two here like this, right? Water, water. It's an emotional thing. I really feel that there's something that needs to be talked through, and that possibly with conversation and hard work and dedication that you can get past this, okay? That you can get past this. You're just going to need patience to do it. That was the first initial feeling that came in. Second is, if this is a new relationship, and maybe, you know, a new relationship, you kind of get past the honeymoon phase and you're really starting to get to know the person. And maybe with the pink here and the yellows, I'm like passion, fire, maybe some red flags are coming up, but not serious red flags, just maybe it's an annoyance for you. Maybe you don't like it when people chew their food and their mouths open. Most people don't like to see that, but maybe for you, it's just a complete deal breaker. But I want to say, I think, I'm just feeling like, I'm not saying it's chewing food, but that there's something part of me like that, okay? Where it's just like, oh, that's a deal breaker for me. But in the big scheme of things, this person is perfect in every other way. And I'm not telling you that you shouldn't go after exactly what it is you want, but I am saying that if you're being a little bit too hard on the person, or maybe a little bit too picky, these are some things that with patience, and if you speak to them about it, possibly in a gentle and kind way, and with some hard work, it can be overcome as well. I guess what I'm trying to say here for you, Libra, is, and this should really work out well for you because I know you love balance. I think you need to just find the balance within, whether it's an old relationship or a new one, you need to find that Libra balance. And I know for you, you're probably really feeling that, right? That's what you want. That is who you are. So it's, rather than bailing because it's not happening right at the moment, just know that with a lot of hard work, this web didn't, you know, weave itself here or spin itself. There was a lot of hard work, and this is an 8 as well. Okay, so just a lot of matching this 8 for me, right? So just a lot of hard work, like 8s. Discipline, right? It needs discipline. There needs to be a work ethic here, and a work ethic towards the relationship. Yeah, I mean, something needs to move and change, okay? But it's going to take patience, and it's going to require you to be slow and steady, and you will win the race in the end. So that is your love and romance guidance for the rest of the year, for the last month and a half of the year. Let's pull a couple of other love oracle cards and just see if there's anything else that your animal spirits, but your whole spirit team have for you right now. Okay, Libra? These cards are hard to shuffle, so I kind of do it like this so that I can really get in there. What else does Libra need to know? Oh, and I was talking about heart space, right? I said it's your throat chakra, and look at all the blue in this card, and the heart space is actually lit up, but Very close to the throat as well. And blue eyes. Okay, love it. Only time will tell. And I don't believe that means only time will tell whether you're leaving the harbor. I think that it means only time will tell. Slow and steady, patience. That's how and when you will know. Okay? Everything's, if it means enough to you, everything's worth working on. You at least will, I always say, feel better in the end if you've tried. Okay, if you've given it a good old college try, an honest effort, and to not give up too soon. I think that's what this is telling us. Don't give up too soon on this relationship, this person. Okay. And it's kind of funny because if I get the message that you need to bail ship, then I'll say that. But I really, in this one, it's coming through as not quite yet. Not quite yet. Put in the hard work first, and then you'll know. Okay, one more card here. What else? Action. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. Heart space. Yes. It's going to require action, hard work. Okay. Turtles, swimming, action. Boat, floating in the water, action, movement. And this is just telling you, in here where it says courage, and I see all this yellow here, right, with the camel. You need not be afraid to speak up with what it is maybe that's bothering you about the relationship, like I said, new or old, and express yourself. Communication, 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 okay? And you know what? And express from your heart space what it is that you need and want in the relationship. Okay, so for you guys, Libras, that is your love reading. Let's move on to finances. Okay, we have gross. We have 4 of Cups. We have 4 of Pentacles. And we have Phoenix. Okay. Gross. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. All right. Okay. Here's what's coming. So, I feel that for you, Libra, financially, that maybe you are in a bit of stagnation right now, okay? That you are a bit stuck when it comes to your finances, maybe not quite sure what to do or how to even get the ball rolling, how to start. Okay. People have been trying to come in, spirit, okay, your ancestors, your guides, your animal spirit guides, God, whomever it is that you believe in, divine universe, are trying to give you the ideas here, but you are just kind of sitting, and I'm going to say maybe a little bit like the pouty panda, okay, just kind of sitting in 4 of Cups and not even recognizing that these bits of intuition and guidance are even coming at you. It's almost like they're coming at you from behind and you're not turning your head and even looking to see, okay? So I want to say, but look at the butterflies all around, because there's transformation that needs to happen, and they're giving you the cup of butterflies, I'm going to say, right? To help you with that transformation. What's Phoenix? Transformation out of the ashes and up. Okay, through the fire and out. Transformation. And I don't know why or what is going on, but I also feel like maybe financially you're holding on a little too tight to something here with the 4 of Pentacles. That maybe you're unwilling to be able to see what's being offered here to you because you're holding on too tightly to something. And we know with these butterflies that transformation needs to take place, that you need to change your ways. And this could be, again, many things. It could be it could be for paying off bills. It could be for saving money. It could be, as in another pile, maybe changing a job. Who knows exactly what it is for you. But I feel that what they're trying to say is that in order for you to let go or to stop hanging on so tightly and to allow the intuitive, oh, that almost came out wrong, intuitive hits to come through to you for transformation, to become this phoenix, you're going to have to take on this gross energy, all right? Because it feels like something's stuck and stagnant here. You're going to have to express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. Now, literally, probably not, but hey, if that's what you want to do. But I think what it's trying to say is you need to start moving. You need to get disciplined. You need to have discipline. You need to I talked about it back here, work ethic maybe. There's something you need to get organized, right? There needs to be some sort of forward movement, some sort of forward, I don't know, like evolution of you here financially. And whether, like I said, that be when it comes to not overspending and actually paying off what you owe, whether that has to be with actual savings for whatever, rainy day, emergency, or retirement, whether it has to be with changing a job so that you make more money, so that you're bringing more money in. And maybe, like, if that were the case, you might be feeling stuck there, and you feel like you don't have any options, that you could never be the phoenix of your own life or in your own situation with that job. But you need to take action. You need to rise out of it. You need to move out of that stagnation. So that's what I'm going to tell you for your finances. Now, this, as I like to say, because I think everything, if there's I'm not going to call this negative, but you know, it's kind of a little bit on the Debbie Downer side here. So if we want to really, you know, have forward positive movement here, is this something that you can pull together by the end of the year? I don't know. Maybe it is for you. And for some people it will be. You'll be on this, you know, within an hour of listening to this reading, and you'll be like, okay, I know what I need to do. For others, this may be you taking the next month and a half going into 2023 to figure out what it is that you need to do to get yourself in this gross energy out of the stagnation here of the Four of Pentacles and being unable to see what's good for you here in the Four of Cups. All right, the transformation, the ideas for transformation to come in. So take the next month and a half and think about that and make the plan to start fresh in 2023. I'm going to pull a few other cards here just to see what else they may have for you in regards to your finances. Okay. What else do we have for Gemini? Or sorry, for Libra, for finances. Property. A property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transactions. Okay. So, a property purchase or sale, but they want you to be very discerning when it comes to the transaction itself, to really pay attention. Maybe it's going to be something in the small print. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's time for you to sell something. Maybe it's time for you to move on from your home. And this will be something financial that's coming in. But that home has memories for you. It has memories. It's where you raised your family. It's where you're currently raising your family. But it's time to move on from it. So maybe that's where your financial abundance will come from. And they're trying to give you different ways this is an example, right? For how you can do this. And you're not heeding them. So maybe Yeah, you need to really buckle down, like I said, and get yourself out of the stagnation and realize it's time. For others of you, it could just be maybe selling or selling a property would bring money in for you, and maybe that's what you need to rise up to get yourself out of the stagnation. Maybe for some of you, purchasing a property for long-term investment may be what you need to do. So try to listen for this divine guidance. Let your intuition guide you. They're handing it to you. You see all the little butterflies there. They're trying to give you the advice. You just need to open up and listen for it. Kind of stop holding on so tight, right? Or I was even talking in one group, like constricting, like loosen up, go with the flow, cup here, let it come in. Think about it. What do you need to do to get out of the stagnation so that you can rise up? And being that this is about finances and we're talking property, it could be investing long-term for your finances. It could be selling now for a quick fix, or for whatever reason it may be in your life that you would need to have access to that type of money. Okay, so let's see here. What else do we have? Energetic clearing. During crises, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. Oh my God, you guys, this is luminous, but that's what I'm talking about here. They're right? So I'm not saying this is a crisis, but we just have to take the message as it is, right? Emptying you of fear and attachments. This is holding on. Okay, like I said, maybe you need to let go of the home, but you're having a hard time because it's where you raised your family. It's emotional connection for you and its memories. But maybe that's what you need to do in order to be able to hear, right? By emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. So that's what they're asking here. That's what the Four of Cups is accepting, hearing, right? What's coming in, what guidance is being given to you, what cup, full cup is being given to you to go with your other three. But you need to open up and hear it. So there are your messages, Libra, for finances. So this is something, like I said, you may want to, it may be something you need to work on right now and it will resolve itself by the end of the year, or this may be a plan going into 2023. All right, if you like these messages for your love and finance, please give me a like. If you feel that someone needs to hear these messages as well, a friend, family member, please share the video and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be alerted when other readings of mine come out for you. Thanks so much. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your love and finance reading for the rest of 2022. Let's get right into it here. I'm going to lay out your cards. Then at the end, I'm going to pull some additional oracle cards for confirmation or clarification, additional guidance. But we have your love pile here, and this will be your finance pile. Okay. Let's take a quick look at what we have. Oh, okay. Okay, right off the bat, here we go. Love, here it is. The minute I saw the Two of Wands, and then there was something else. Oh, watch and wait. I was like, there is the little panda. Okay, there you are, Aquarius. Just laying, watch... laying, making your plan, deciding what it is that you're going to do, how you're going to do it. It's very important for you, Aquarius, that you have a plan going in, okay? So I feel that you're taking on the seahorse spirit energy of watching and waiting to make that happen. So whoever it is that you have your eye on, because you have your eye on someone and you're just laying. And this is not creepy, okay? This is not stalkerish. This is not any of those things. You're laying and watch and wait. And I'm going to continue on by saying with the Lamb is here, which I love. Look at this. Of all the cards that could have come out, this is not even a romance deck. Look at them, the two little llamas, nose to nose, just loving on each other. set clear boundaries and enforce them. And Mother of Pentacles, which is Queen of Pentacles. All right, so we have water, we have earth, and we have fire, okay? I feel that right now you do have your eye on someone, okay? And it's just a matter of watching and waiting. Like I said, not in a creepy way. This is very above board. You maybe right now, you're feeling wants a little of the fire and the passion, right? You intuitively know that this is the person that you want to step into a relationship with, because I feel like this is something new, okay? Because you're watching and waiting. You're kind of getting a feel for them. It could be somebody that you're even newly dating, okay? But there's something there with this watch and wait. You want to, I don't know if it's that you want to set up boundaries with them, or if you're kind of watching them and waiting to see what their boundaries are. Because some people will show you, okay? Because they may not have any, which will be definitely, you'll definitely notice, you'll definitely see, or they may have very strict, high-walled boundaries, and you'll definitely feel that. So I think maybe you're just kind of feeling this out. I think that might be a better way to say it. You're just kind of patiently feeling this out, because you have Queen of Pentacles energy here. And the Queen of Pentacles is practical, okay? The Queen of Pentacles is nurturing, as all queens are. And I think, yeah, I just, it's grounded too. And I think that you don't want to get all fiery on yourself here with your Two of Wands and just be like, okay, I've got my plan, I'm going for it. I think this watch and wait is really pulling on this Queen of Pentacles energy, which will keep you grounded and able to figure out what it is that you need, I'm going to say, from this person as far as boundaries are concerned. All right, I just want to sit and just look at this just for another second or two to see if anything else is popping in. I mean, when we look at this, set clear boundaries and enforce them, well, clearly they've done this because there's no boundary here, all right? They're touching. So, and I think that's what you want. You want it to be clear. You want it to be upfront. And right now you're just patiently trying to understand where this person is coming from or where they stand with you. And you want to do it in a very calm, guarded even, and grounded way. Okay, so maybe that's what's going to be happening for you. Like I said, in a new relationship that's just starting out, or one that you haven't even stepped into yet. You're maybe just starting to date this person, or you're thinking about dating them. It hasn't even moved to this yet because you're just kind of watching and waiting. Maybe it's somebody that you work with and you're interested, but you're unsure of you're unsure of them, or of their boundaries, or if they're going to be okay with the boundaries that you're going to set. So it really is like a watching and waiting game. Let's see what else we can pull here for love and romance. Okay, so that's kind of going to be taking place for the next month and a half, the rest of 2022. What else do we have here for Aquarius in love and romance? Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Oh my heavens. See, to me, this fits perfectly with the message, because as I was reading that, all I'm thinking is, yeah, you don't want to get into something and then try to change it, okay? You know better, maybe from past relationships, but you know better than trying to get into a relationship and then trying to make the changes. You want to see up front what it is that you're dealing with, or that you will be dealing with. That's the way I see that. And whether or not you're willing to accept it, right? Because it's your inner self, it's your inner peace in the end that matters here. You are an active participant in the relationship. So, yeah, I really feel that's what that's trying to say to you. Absolutely. That's the first thing that came in, was don't get into something and then try to change it. Why not see where the boundaries are, what the person's like, watch and wait, you know, with a positive attitude about it, before making any rash decisions. All right, let's see if there's anything else to go along with that. What else do we have here for Aquarius, love and romance? Respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. Yeah, I'm good. Again, this just ties in perfectly as well, because once again, patiently waiting and watching and getting, or in some cases, getting to know the person, what their boundaries are, who they are, what they're like, is a form of respect, right? You know that everyone is unique, and I mean, nobody goes into a relationship not wanting it to maybe work out. So, you know, on the path to love, I think that you have to understand that everyone is unique, and that you can't approach each relationship or situation or date or whatever it is the exact same way. And that's what I think this smart little panda here is trying to get across. It's, you know, be patient, get to know the person, because there's no point not getting to know them, jumping into things too fast, and then trying to change them after the fact. So Aquarius, those are your love readings. I think they're awesome. I think it's great advice. Now, let's take a look at your financial reading here out to the end of 2022. We have the Hawk. We have the Fool. Okay, so new beginning somewhere along the line. 9 of Wands. All right, love that. Look, poor little panda all beaten up. Laying on his back, he just fell over. Let's see, Weasel. Okay. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes. Hello, Hawk here. Old Hawkeye. Ears and physical feelings, what is happening inside and all around you. So let's put that into the context of your finances. Okay, one, right away, we know there needs to be a new beginning, okay? They're clear, very clear, telling you right here, the Fool card. New beginning. You need to have a new financial beginning. As I say with all the piles, or sorry, all the different signs. I'm used to doing pick a card, so I say piles. All the different signs that this could be you saving money for a rainy day, for an emergency fund, for your retirement. This could be about you getting a new job to make more money, to increase your finances. This could be about you not overspending or paying off your debts. But whatever it is, this needs to be a new beginning. So whatever it is in one area of your finances right now, I don't know if it's all, but definitely one, you need to make some changes. Because I feel like you've been really carrying a heavy load. So I want to say that maybe this has to come in and do with debt somewhere, okay? That maybe right now you're carrying a bit of a heavy load with debt, or a job even that you're not happy with. And you need to lay that down. And that's what the 9 of Wands is. You need to lay it down, pop into that 10 of Wands energy, and right off into a new beginning. But how? And with this Hawk, right, you're You're coming up, Aquarius, and you're very good, Aquarius, at doing this. You're good at new and creative ways of doing things and making things happen. I think what you need to do is maybe adopt a little Sagittarian energy here. Get in your Hawk spirit energy. Come up, look at things from big picture, or even Hangman energy. Look at things from a different perspective, okay? Because you know right now that what you're carrying is not good for you, and it's heavy and burdensome. You know that it needs to start out with a new beginning. So take on this Hawk, rise above and look down at your situation and figure out what it is that you need to do. And pay attention, right? It's like be silent. Hawks are silent when they're trying to get their prey, when they're just soaring above and not making any, they're just soaring in the wind, not making any noise. To that little rabbit or whatever little animal is down on the ground that they're going to go down and get. So you need to pay attention. It says simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings. So there may be someone here too, just because it says what's around you. So I'm assuming we're human beings. There are going to be people around you, and maybe someone in your group, whether it's at work or at home, your family, your significant other, a friend, that's going to say or do something again, or make you feel a certain way, or something you may see, whether you're reading it, watching it online, seeing it as you're driving in your car or on the bus, whatever it is, that's going to take you into that higher perspective and help you find the way to get yourself out of this Nine of Wands energy. Now, there's only a month and a half left in the year, so this is something that maybe you can accomplish by the end of the year. But as I've also been saying with all the signs, this is also something, being that we're at the end of 22, going into 2023, you can start making your plan now to have that new beginning in 2023. Okay, so I really feel like that's what's going on. It may not be in all areas of your finances, but there's one specific area, and I feel like it's either going to have to do with paying down debt or a job even, right? Like to make more money, because what's happening right now is just not serving any purpose to you. And you're ready to lay it down and to move forward. But it's just seeing it with that different perspective. Take on that Sagittarius energy of big picture thinking and seeing, and also Hangman, just seeing things from a different perspective, okay? Now, let's pull a couple of other cards and see if there's any additional information for you. Oh, and this one came right out. Nature. Interact with nature in the outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean. This will be good for the soul and healing for you. Okay. Love that. So maybe when you're looking at things from a different perspective, or just sitting, contemplating and trying to look at things big picture, thinking big picture, I think the message here is try to get yourself out in nature to do with it. It's whatever, Aquarius, for you, your air. So that's just being outside in general. But you may also, there's a little bit of, you know, I feel like there's a little bit of water here, even here with the blue. I think of the yellow as outside, right? The birds, air. Maybe you need to go out and sit by the water. Maybe you need to go out and, yeah, be by the ocean, a lake, a stream, a pond, whatever, a river, whatever it is. And that's where you're going to get your greatest inspiration when you're trying to look at this from a different perspective. Okay. And one more, let's see, from Divine Abundance, are they trying to tell you? Yeah, I'm just picking up with the blue here and the blue with the water. I feel like that's where you kind of need to go, or outdoors. I don't know where you are, but I mean, we're kind of going into late fall here. I mean, you could still maybe get out by a campfire or something like that out in nature, because I mean, we are talking fire here and here as well. So maybe that would be helpful to you, Aquarius. But I feel being Aquarius, you may need to kind of tap into that water, into that emotional side here as well. There's something that's pulling me towards that. Okay, so water may be your best bet. Now let's see what else we have. Last card, guidance. And look, if it's not a friggin' boat, okay, water. All right, they confirmed that for me. They confirmed it for you. So when you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. I love it. And look, there's butterfly in there for transformation, you know, sailing out, following the stars, right? You're out on a new path. Again, we talked about the water here. So you need to find that different perspective. Ask for divine guidance. You will get it, okay? And once again, I'm being drawn to the water for you. So maybe Aquarius, this is about, and following a star. Hello, you are the star. But, you know, like getting out in nature near water to really contemplate and reflect upon what it is that has been happening in the past and how you can see it in a different way to change the trajectory of it, okay, to the positive for 2023. So those are your messages, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please throw me a like. If you feel that you know someone else who would need to hear this message, please share, because if we share, then everyone gets to see it, and that's great. Also, subscribe to my channel and you know, click the little bell so that you get notifications of when my new videos come up. I thank you very much for your time. Bye.